Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Screecher from Drones in School. It is November, which means the second sim race of the year is now happening. I'm going to walk you through the November sim race track. I'm going to talk you through the track. I'm going to talk you through my line choice, and yeah, let's see how it goes so that you guys can go as fast as you can on this race here. All right, this track is much more simple than the last one that we did here. So you're going to take off and you're going to go through the start finish gate, and then this is a left turn hanger. I call it a carousel, and then you do a reverse split S, then you do a right turn carousel. Then you hang a left through this high gate here. You're going to go through the top of this double gate, split S this, hang a right, do a slalom around these three flags, and then another reverse split S through the gate, which is under the basketball hoop. And then same again here, hanging left, go down through this one, and then hang a left through the start finish gate. Now that is the track. Alright, so for the line choice on this track, this is very simple, so there really isn't much to go over on this track, but the main thing is, remember in the last video I told you to go into your change quad settings here. You can't do it during a race. Go to change quad settings, and then set your throttle limit to 75%. That'll, like I explained in the last video, it'll make it a lot easier for you to control your throttle, and then as you get better and better, you can start going up back to 100 so that you can control it. And again, camera angle, set this to whatever you want. I use 45 because that's what I'm comfortable with, but I know people go as low as 20 degrees. I use 45 because that's what fits my flying style. And then for the rates, these are my personal rates on the screen. This is what I actually prefer to use. In the last video, I did recommend to people to use these ones, I believe, so you can pause the video and take a look at these. I explained this in the October sim race video, but these are my personal rates that I prefer because that's just what feels good to me. So for the actual line choice on this track, again, it's very simple, but you take off and you go through the start finish gate and you just hang left. And then right here, this is really the only important part of this section. You're just gonna go through this and just yaw left like that. It's very simple. Going through, and then you're just gonna yaw really hard to the left, and then that's that. Really nothing to it there. Sometimes I see people go through and then they turn right like this. I don't recommend that because it kind of screws with the entire like thrust vectoring of your quad. But I recommend turning left out of that and then just doing this. And then remember, as you exit this gate, you're turning left through this high gate. And then right here, it really doesn't matter which way you turn. So if we watch me fly it, I'll turn out of this and then I will hit the gate apparently. And then I will just make a right. And the reason I turn right to exit this is because the next gate that I'm going to is to my right. If you see that if I turn left, it kind of has me pointing towards the wall there, and then I kind of have to turn, and less ideal for a good line. So you're going to come out of here, you're going to split S, making a right-hand turn, and drop right through that. And then you're going to hang a right through this gate here, and then I talked about this a little bit in the last video. Turning right through this gate already lines you up for this flag. So you're going to turn right out of the split S, hold that, then hold it around the flag. And then the slaloms, these are actually more difficult than you would think if you've never done them before. When I first started, I would kind of be scared to do it right, and also when I started, I abused my throttle. This is why I tell you to put to 75% on your throttle output, because if you notice, I'm gonna show you this right now. If you take your throttle and put it all the way up, and I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna go full throttle through the slalom. So you see how, like, I went through it quickly, but it isn't very, it's not very smooth. So what you want to do, change that throttle limit back to 75%. And you're going to just coast through it, like that. You do not need to do a lot of inputs here. If you look at my sticks on the screen, you can see that I exit out of this, and I'm barely moving them. I'm just gliding through. You do not have to force this. If you fly it right, it'll just happen. and then as you exit this, you're making a right-hand turn, and then you just do another reverse split S, except this time you're pushing your yaw to the left, I mean the right. And this is self-explanatory, it's just a long circle, and it's back through the start gate. So, I know this video is going to be a lot shorter than the last one, but that's because the track is a lot more simple and there isn't really much depth that we have to go into it. So I'm just going to put my throttle back to 100% and just show you my full speed on the track so you can study my lines and all of that. So let's go, let's see what time I can get. Notice how for most of these gates, I'm starting my input before I even go through them. That's called pre-turning, and I explained this in the last video. Right there, I started my split S half a foot before I went through the gate. Alright, so I know this was a much shorter video today than the last one, everybody, but this is a very simple track. They did a very good job designing this one. I like it a lot personally. It's very flowy, very simple, but it's gonna lead to some good racing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped you in whatever way it could, and I'll see you guys in the next one.